Good evening, guys. Welcome to the class. We'll get started right now. Welcome for joining. Thank you very much for joining today.
Hi guys, I know it's been a while that we've had that session. So today's session we'll be doing a project. We've got a project for the interior decoration of living area, living room area, and the dining room. So like we always start, but this time around we'll be working with standard modeling practices. That's we'll be grouping our faces, we'll be tagging it so that we can see some part of the building as we go ahead. So we'll try as much as possible to cover the whole modeling in this video. Yeah, so let's just get started. Like we always do, we start our rectangle tool, then we draw it to our dimensions. We're using 10 by 10 meter today. Yes. So we use this for the living area and then we draw um another 4 by 10. Yes. That's 10 by 4 for the dining area. So the first thing we want to do is take out our external wall. We'll do that with offset tool, select offset tool, and we offset this outward by 0.3. That is inward offsetting. We want to offset outward by 0.3. Then we'll do same for this part as well. Offset outward by 0.3. Enter. That is inward offsets. Let's do this again. Yeah. 0.3. Yeah. So this way we already have our external wall. We have our joining wall that gives us the access to the dining area. This is the dining area. This is the living area. So we want to take out the windows and doors that we have. So first thing first, we would want to group this part of it. So what we'll do is we'll select it. We'll select the face. Let me zoom in. We'll select this face. Right click, go to select, bounding edges. Once we do that, then we now make it a group. Now that we've made it a group, we can double click inside of that group and then take out our window on this side. So the window is sort of in the middle. So what we'll do is we'll select this line and then right click, we'll divide it into 5 segments and take the middle part of it as a window. So once we do that, take our rectangle 2, then we want to come all the way here. So once we get our second edge, just come here. That's our window. There's another window here as well. So we'll do the same thing, but we're dividing into 4. Select the line, right click, divide into 4, enter. Then we'll select our rectangle, take it, then put it on this line. And once we have our edge, we make that. So the next thing we want to do is take out the door from this part of the wall. Then this is our wall. This wall is quite big, so let's just divide this and make it a little bit smaller. All right, let's use our measuring tape. Measure from here. I measure 2 meter. Enter. We've marked it. Take a rectangle to come all the way here, and that is our door. There is also a 2 meter door around here, right? From this midpoint, we draw a 2 meter by 0.3. So 2, 0.3. Then we'll click on enter. Enter. So we have our door there. So with this done, another thing we want to do is we're done with this part of the building. So we already know where our doors will be, where our window will be. So we just select out. Once we select out, we use our push and pull tool and then we take this upward by 4.5 meter. I think that is quite too high. Let's do a 4 meter wall. that is also high relative to what we're doing. Let's do a 3 meter. Yep. So we have it. Then we can just come here and double click. Okay, let's use this as a reference and we'll come to the next one, double click, double click, double click, double click here, double click. We want to bring everything up, right? So we've brought up all the wall. So we have a 3 meter wall. We want to take out our window and where our linseed is. So with this, we would use our ruler. Then we'll change our perspective, zoom in a little bit. We take it from the top, we do a 0.4. Nope, it's not a 0.4. Let's do a 0.6. 0.6. Enter. When we have that, then we take out our window, which is basically like a 0.75. No, this is too high. So from this, we can also still take it down because we're doing this because we didn't get the actual measurement from the person that gave us the brief. What we got was a video. So we're trying to recreate what we got from the video such that it looks more like it. So let's do it 1 minute, 1 meter, enter, and then we can then do our guideline this way on this axis, this way. So want to make sure our grid line is going extending outward to all the places we're going to take out the window from. Ctrl Z, that was an error. Zoom in, then zoom in to get our point of intersection. We just take 1 meter from the top here. So we'll do a 1 meter. Okay. All right. So with this point that we had made here, we can now use our grid line on this axis. That's on the green axis. Yep. So we already have that. So we know where our windows are. So the next thing is let's just take out the windows now, immediately. So to take out our window, we use a rectangle to come to the point of intersection and then the edge. Once we have that, we can then push and pull this upward. So there's a mistake, there's something I noticed something was wrong here. So we can just double click. We were not in this phase, we're not inside the group because we already grouped it. So now that we've grouped it, we can now work perfectly. Then push and pull this on the face. Okay. And then we select to delete this because we're putting a window there. Also, we take out this window. Right. Then we push and pull this on face. Select, delete. Take out our door, which is here. Then push and pull. So we've taken out the window and the walls. Then we are left with a door here. needs to go inward. So select it and push and pull. So we have that.
Don't forget to like the videos, subscribe to the channel so you can get notification on every other video.
Structure of this part of the building. I want to bring this up all at once, right? So there's going to be a door here, there's going to be a door here, and then there's an arc here, right? So, and a window here. So first thing first, let's take out our window, escape, zoom in. So we have a proper line of sight. This is the window. This is the door here, and this is the door here. Okay, so we just want to push everything upward. But before we do that, let's erase this and this. Yep, and this. Okay, I'm fine. Then we use our push and pull tool. We use this as a reference. We can easily just do 3 meter, but it's better to use a reference. So once we do that the first time, we can just double click on every other we want to bring up. Then we can take out our window on this face. Yep, push this on face, select, delete, and the door that is meant to be here, take it out from here. It's basically repeating the same thing we've done. Yep. Then we take our reference and then use it to guide all through, such that we can now use to take out this door as well. So we already have the old structure done. Yeah. So to take out our arc here, what we want to do is we want to divide this line. Select this line, yeah, right click, we'll divide it. I want to divide it such that we have a center. So we'll divide it into 6 segments. Once we have that done, we select our arc tool, then we come to our center here, select the midpoint, see if we can. So we want to, first off, we want to measure the final edge. Yeah, that's where we want the arc, the toughest part of the arc to stop on the wall. So we'll do 0.5 for that. And then since we know we already have our center, we come here, select our center, and then we draw our arc. This arc is not looking nice here. So what we can do is we can extend our line downward such that the diameter of the arc makes a lot of sense. So we escape from this, select this ground, right click, we select all bounding edges, make it a group, and then we tag it. So this ground is now a group. So for us, we want to see through from the ground. What we'll now do is we'll come here and we select our tags, create a new tag, and we'll call it ground. Then you type, click enter. So once you've done that, you see the ground and it says the active tag. You then come here, tag 2, and you come here, you select it. So once you select that, it's already applied the tag to the ground group that you just made. And then you click on escape, you select 2. So I want to hide the ground. You can see this eye icon here. I'll just click on that and then the ground disappears. So once my ground disappears, I know where my center point is from the top, right? This is it. And then I just do a line downward. So from that point, I want to draw a line. This is just reference. This is a reference line. You understand the reason I'm doing this shortly. So once I do that, I take my arc tool, I select from the top here, and then I draw straight down here. Is this arc looking nice? Is this how we want it to look? It's not really looking as nice as we want it. So we can like take it up a little bit to the midpoints, select this, and try to do it this way. This looks like what we were given, so we'll just use this. Select the midpoint again, escape, the midpoint, come here, and draw your arc this way. So now we've drawn our arc, we can now erase the grid, the line that we did to put the arc in place. So with this, take this off, and we just want to push and pull this inward. So once we do that, we have the arc. Can you see? So it's looking nice now. It's looking like the arc that was in what was shared with us. So we want to bring back our ground. We do with C, and then we have our ground. So this is basically the model that was shared with us. We'll group the back part of this because we've not grouped it. Select tool, place your camera arrow, do this way, then you select this, and you deselect, you click down on your shift, you deselect this group. This is the only place you want to make a group. Right click, then you make this a group. Good and fine. So we have two groups, the dining room and this sitting room. So we want to tag the dining room, right? We'll create another tag and call it dining room. Enter, and then we click on our tag tool, we paste here. Once we select this, we've applied the tag. Then you said go back to your select tool and create another tag for your living room. Enter, select your tag to select this, and then you tag your living room. So double check. Okay, we tagged the ground. Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Okay, let's just on to C. Yeah, Ctrl Z on tag. There's a dialog displaying. Sorry guys, there's a dialog displaying. So let me just have a lot of things opened up here. Sorry, this is not where we were working. Okay, let's just delete this living room tag. Delete tag. So create another tag. Living room. Enter. Right. And then we wait, select this. Once we select this, which is the living room model, then we tag the living room model, we apply the tag to it. So click on escape. So we have this our living room tag, we have a ground tag, we have the dining room tag. So you can hide your dining room, you can hide your ground, you can hide your living room. Okay, it's that simple. So that is that. So we already have the basic model worked out. The next thing we want to do is add a roof. So we'll zoom out, select a rectangle to from the endpoint here to the endpoint here, right? And then you click on it, you click on both, you right click, select all bounding edges, make group, and then you double click to enter into the group. You want to pull it up a little bit, I'll put it up by 0.5, enter. Then we'll do this, double click this such that we have that. So these two, they're already grouped. So just come out, can erase this line by once you enter this group, you can just click on this line and delete it. So it's now one face, so you don't need to select two faces again. So you already have that. So if you want to see inside, we can now tag it. Let's just tag it. Roof, right? Enter. Select our tag, apply to, apply the tag to it. And then if you want to go in, you want to go out. Okay, so the next thing, since we've done this, is to place our cameras and add our scenes such that we can see different views when we are doing the interior. So the first view that I would want to see is from here. I want to see the sitting room from this point. So I'll click on my camera tool. This is my position camera tool. You can also come here, up here, and click on position camera. Once you click on it, it will turn to a person icon. You then place it inside where you want to see from. So this is it. I can see from here, and I can move my mouse. I just clicking on my right click and then panning, right? So once I do this, I want to see this first part of it. So to see this first part of it and such that I'm not always going inside and coming out, I'll add a scene. So I'll do this, I'll click add, I'll come down here and click on this plus icon to add this scene. Once I've added this scene, I want to go back to my top view. I'll come to my camera, standard views, top view, right? I'll zoom out a little bit. So since I can now see this front part of the model, the other part of the model that I want to see is this side of the wall, right? So I'll come here and I'll have my camera here on this floor here. So I'll go to my camera tool, position my camera, and I paste it here. So this way I can see everything from this wall. I can select my look around, zoom in a little bit, look around, yeah. So I can see the full extent of this wall, and then I'll add a scene. That is that. So the next thing is I want to switch again to the top. I want to place the camera to look at another part, another wall in the living area. So I'm going to replace my camera here, just by the door here. I'll just come here, select, and then paste it here. Once I have that, I'll just move, I'll click and hold my left key. Since I can see this arc, which is the part, the third important part that I want to see and I want to render, I want to work on, I'll add the same. Go back to my standard view, my top view. Once I do my top view, so I kind of have a better view point for all the living room area. The only part of it that I'm not seeing is the room that leads to, I think, the master bedroom, which is from here. So I want to see that room. What I will do is, um, let me just up it, okay. I'll paste my camera here. I'll just select my position camera. I'll paste it right here. So use my loop around to loop around, then add a scene. So this way I can see all the four corners of the living room area. We'll do the same thing for the dining, and then we are good to start adding some details to the view. Yep. So for dining room, we're not going to be using this. We're going to be using section cut because it's quite a small space, right? So we section cut. When we get there, I'll show you how to use the section. So join me for the next video where we go into detail and adding detailing for this building. All right, guys. Thank you for joining.
All right, guys, thank you very much for joining today's class. We'll be continuing from where we stopped in the next live session. We'll go into adding some detailings to the wall and making it look nice because the idea is to have an interior decoration. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you guys have learned one or two things. Try to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, share it to people, let them learn how to use SketchUp for so they understand that there's a lot of things you can use SketchUp to do. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next class. My name is Bakar Yusuf and this is Avex Creative Solutions.